All right, we have scoring in place. We have Team Orange in place. And we now have 2 racers on the line. That means we're having a race. I'll tell you what, where else can you be and have history brought to you? If you did not take the opportunity yet to go see that 400 jet ski in Bob Ferris's tent, make the time. This is something you won't see many more times in your lifetime, and it's here free through DJSA.
All right, for you folks watching, just coming in, we are starting our second set, our last set of motos. The last set of motos is going to have about 8-10 classes, so you see 8 or 10 different classes of races coming up here. It's going to take about a couple of hours. The first set is a GP 1200 class. GP 1200 is pretty much 1200 cc's and a sit down.
All right, I see 3 of the 10 riders that we should have. James Alamilio is ready to go. Tomatsu Yamamoto is ready to go. Jonathan Rivera had to leave. All right, so we'll give it about 4 more minutes for the rest of the crew. 1, 2, 3. Scratch him. That means we should have 9 racers on board. James Alamilio is here. Johnny Dahlberg's here. Tomatsu Yamamoto's here. Where's Thomas Pageon? Thomas Pageon on his way. There they are. Jack Orlick, Zach Martinez. We need holders to the line, please. Holders to the line. Dougie Wolf. Where is Doug Wolf? Norm Yee. Norm's down there? He's cut too? Thank you. Oh, that is you. Norm Yee in his holding mode. More holders, please. 1 more holder to the line if we could. Make that 3 more holders. All right, we're just about ready to go. Few more holders, we good to go. Boy, I see that food comatose thing kind of taking over here. Everybody's slowing down. Or it could be alcohol poisoning. I'm just saying, could be. All right, we good on holders, folks. If you need a holder, throw your hand in the air quickly. All right, we are ready to go. Race number 1, moto number 2, Sports Sit 1200 GP. We need to do staging. Race number 2, Sports Sit 800 Novice. Jacob Liu, Annie Sims, John Page, and Donnie Miller. Don Miller, Terry Cass, James Orlick, Brandon Miller, and Greg Kranich. You should all be in staging with your machines right now. As soon as these guys take off, you will move over. Then, race number 3, 1100 Legends Stand. Bob Asala, David Vitale, and Chuck Evans, all 3 of you should be in all 3 of you should be in the staging area post-haste. All right, we want everybody to be able to race. We're going to try and get the boat started. I take this opportunity to tell you, Jet Tribe is going to have the ability to, excuse me, not the ability. She is holding open the tent just a little while longer. If you want to get take advantage of some of the deals that they have going, you want to do it post-haste. Looks like Johnny Dahlberg with a drive on the inside. I believe that is the double five. Johnny Dahlberg out in front. James Alamillo in second. Is that Jack Arlick in third? Jason Ward in fourth. Thomas Pageant in fifth, potentially. It is Dahlberg, Alamillo. Dahlberg going outside, Alamillo going inside. Ward, Pageant. Ah, that's Martinez. Dahlberg still out in front. Behind him, James Alamillo. Top two, hitting and repping. Here they come down the front straightaway. Green flag was out. It is a race. Dahlberg, Alamillo, Arlick. There's your top three. Ward in fourth. Pageant in fifth. Martinez in sixth. Tomato Yamamoto in seventh, and Doug Wolf in eighth. All right, to the line. Sports Set 800 Novice, Moto number 2. Sports Set 800 Novice, come on down. Legends. We need Bob Vassallo, David McCauley, and Chuck Evans. You guys need to sit down. You guys need to sit down in staging. Halfway flags are out already. Johnny Dahlberg throwing it down. Alamillo deciding the outside split works better for him. as does Arlick and Ward and Pagan. But Martinez, go! Martinez rolls it. Martinez just went hard down. Was it a crazy difficult crash? But he did hit the eject button. Our safety staff there in seconds. Thank you, Team Orange. Meanwhile, far right-hand side of the course, here come your leaders. Dahlberg, Alamilio, Arlick, Ward, Pagan, Yamamoto. All right. Zach Martinez back up on his ski and roaring. I see 3 of the 9 registered boats for race number 2. Sportset 800 novice on the line. You guys got holders? You need them. Need a holder. We can have some holders to the line, please. 2 laps to go. Dahlberg looking over, shaking his head. He might have a mechanical. And look at Alamilio. James Alamilio driving on that inside split. Boy, I'll tell you what, at the beginning it looked like he was going to rail it. But Dahlberg able to recover and put on a drive. Keep a distance there. So it's Dahlberg, Alamilio, Arlick, the lap Martinez, then Jason Psycho Ward with Thomas Pagan, Tamatsu Yamamoto in tow, and Doug Wolf having an issue, I believe, with that number 33 machine. Don't see him out there any longer. White flag out, final lap to go. Dahlberg with the lead, Alamilio in second, Arlick in third. A lap, Zach Martinez up and running. Jason Psycho Ward, followed by Thomas Pagan and Tamatsu Yamamoto. So out in front, we've got a triple cylinder blaster, followed by, I believe, a triple cylinder X4R. Then a triple cylinder HX, another HX, then a twin X4, and another twin X4 with Thomas Pagan. And look at this, right outside of the course, final 2 buoys. James Alamilio is pulling out all the stops. Alamilio going to try and get a drive. Stay out of the pump wash. He is not going to make it. Johnny Dahlberg with the win. Wow, gotta love it.
All right, just one last announcement for food. If anybody is still hungry, maybe you ate your food already and still want more. We have some food left over at the Outlaw Cafe, $5. So come on over, make your way, get some good eats.
Up next, race number 2, moto number 2. On the number 511 machine, out of Fresno, California, Jacob Blue. Out of Lake Elsinore on the 111 machine, Annie Sims. From Gardnerville, Nevada on the 201, John Pagan. The next 3 all out of Sparks, Nevada. Donnie Miller on the number 15, Don Miller on the 32, and Terry Cass on the 103. Out of Hayward, doing a back-to-back Oh, I'm sorry, not back-to-back. This is James Arlick on the 118. Brandon Miller on the 81. And rounding out the field from Lodi on the number 231, Greg Kranich. That's your lineup. Race number 2, motor number 2, Sports Set 800 Novice. We need all our 1,100 legends to staging, please. We need holders to the line, please. More holders. Holders to the line. We need about 4 more holders. If we got people close by that don't mind running down, please. Holders to the line. More holders. More cowbell. Remember, PFD and helmet for our holders. Thank you so much. All right, some will have 1, some will have 2. All right, legends to the line. Legends. Bob Vasallo, David Vitale, Chuck Evans. You should be down in staging. As soon as the race takes off, you guys move over, and it's X2 Army Expert. Charlie Sibbs, Daniel Ortega, Greg Summers, Doug Wolf, Tomato Yamamoto, Steve Gerling, Brian Toline, Jesse Wenzel, Sammy Wilson, John Dewar, and Jesse Harden should be in staging as soon as this race takes off. Our starter supreme, Raul Gutierrez, throwing out the 2-0. It goes away, waiting for the horn. Just like he did in Moto number 1, Jacob Lowe. Taking the hole shot, Lowe on that white blaster. He is just on fire this weekend. You know, this kid's been getting better and better and better. And this year, he's finally at the lead of the pack. Lowe. Great reactions, a good rider. Great kid. Behind Jacob, it's Annie Sims. We got the 81. That's Brandon Miller. And then Donnie Miller, Terry Cass, and the 32 of Don Miller. I have the feeling there's some issue with Don Miller's boat. I'm just saying. James Arlick on the XIR. Far right-hand side of the course, Lou starting to open up his lead, looks over his shoulder, sees Annie Sims right there. But that right there is now a half a straightaway lead in that first lap. Well, I'll tell you what, the battle for third, fourth, fifth, and sixth is going to be all race long. In third right now, that's Brandon Miller. Miller going wild out there. He's got some company. Yeah, Donnie Miller chasing him down. One of these days I'm going to have to get the hierarchy. I believe that Donnie Miller is the father, potentially. Jacob Lowe Looking over the starter, getting the 2 lap to go sign. He is hooked up and boogieing. Annie Sims got the bars tilted a little bit from the wind. Trying to go straight down the straightaway. Brandon Miller with Donnie Miller all over the back of him. And then John Pagan on the 201. Terry Cass just ahead of Don Miller. And your leader, Jacob Lowe, coming up on James James Arluck. Arluck doing the sportsmanlike thing, moving over. White flag out. Here comes Jacob Lowe. Arluck having a little bit of trouble keeping that thing hooked up. Annie Sims has no problem getting hooked up on that blaster, though. She's railing, and look at this now. Brandon Miller and Donnie Miller going at it. Brandon on the inside, Donnie on the outside, and looks like Donnie taking over. It's going to be close. No, Brandon able to hold on. And I think that might be Terry Cass. Checkered flag out. Jacob Blue, that's 2 in a row. Second, Annie Sims, same as Moto number 1. Got a battle going over on the far right hand side, 3 boats. I think that's Donnie Miller on the 15. It is Donnie Miller in 3rd. James Arlick a lap down. It's John Pagan and with the 201, followed by Brandon Miller. $1,100 Legends stand. Should be on the line. They are. Thank you so much. X2 Army, you should be headed to staging. X2 Army. Charlie Sims, Daniel Ortega, Greg Summers, Doug Wolf, Tomatsu Yamamoto, Steve Gerling, Brian Toline, Jesse Wenzel, Sammy Wilson, John Dewar, and Jesse Harden. You should all be in staging right now. That is one sick sounding blaster. I don't mean sick in a good way. It's sick like the new hip sick. That's sick like the old decrepit sick. $1,100 Legends, 20 seconds line out. They're ready to go. And off. Vassallo with a good drive, followed by Vitali and then Evans. Evans trying to sweep on the outside. Vassalli, the KG veteran, goes wide and holds tight to the buoy, making it difficult for anyone to get by. And of course, once he gets out front, making it darn near impossible. Take it as he comes around, already building up a cushion. Bob Vassallo. Followed by Vitali and Evans. Fasalo looking over his shoulder, see who's there. Well, guess what? They're both there. Top 3 riders, 1100 Legends class. They are going to it. It's Fasalo, Vitali, and Evans. Oh, Evans getting a little squirrely out there. Chuck riding heavy on the bars. Trying to make a pass on Vitali. Thinks better of it, backs out, lets him through. Evans trying to get up to close enough to do an inside-outside. Meanwhile, out in front. Oh, Evans takes the water sample. Chuck Evans, man, he was being aggressive at the beginning of this race. He wanted to try and get by Vitali early. Not able to do it. That's going to allow Vassallo to go out ahead just a little bit more. Meanwhile, David Vitali all over the back of that ski trying to catch up with, with Bob Vassallo. Are they coming down? X2s? Yeah. Thank you, X2 clan. To staging, we need 900 novice stand. Todd Valentino, Jody Evans, Matt Rawlings, The Sarge, Will Dewar, James Cossert, and Chad Campbell. It's a combined class with 1100 intermediate stand. Jeremiah Marino, David Vitali, and Don Werney. You should all be headed to staging, except for David Vitali, because he's out here racing in second place right now, going for the lead. Vitali taking the inside split. Got a good jump onto it, but there goes Vassallo. Far right-hand side of the course, here comes Vassallo. Vitali in tow. Evans back up and running, but boy, he's about a quarter lap down. White flag out. Final trip around the circuit for Vassallo. He continues to use that outside split. Vitali going inside. Vitali trying to make it happen. Boy, Chuck Evans throwing it down out there. He's got some good speed now, but going down early just took him out of contention. Far right-hand side. Your wire-to-wire leader and winner, Bob Vassallo. Second position, as he was in the first Moto, David Vitali.
All right, race number 4, X2 Army Expert. Coming in first for the First heat, Charlie Sims out of Lake Elsinore, California on the number 109 boat.
He was followed by Daniel Ortega on the 121X.
And then Greg Summers came in third on the 216E out of Elk Grove, California.
And our local rider out of Modesto, Doug Wolf, on that 33 machine, was in the 4th position.
Tomatsu Yamamoto came in 5th from Danville on the number 11 boat.
Out of Lathrop, California, on the number 1 machine, was Steve Gerling in that 6th place spot.
Brian Toline on the 7 boat came out of Fair Oaks, California.
Yeah, just saw Brian out there at lunch. He says, yeah, he was hobbling a little bit. He's got a broken foot, says he can barely stand.
Oh, wow.
That was followed by Jesse Wenzel. All right, we're putting them in the water. Please.
All right, we also got Sammy Wilson, John Dewar, and Jesse Harden out there on the 916, 007, and 211, respectively. And shut them down. We got a couple riders that were a little too excited.
Daniel Ortega wanted to get that all-important jump.
Yeah,
as did Greg Summers.
Well, those two are going hard in the first moto.
Yeah, Kurt and Jill.
Everybody looking for that little edge. Gonna fire them up again. Looks like Steve Gerling got a good drive on the inside.
Yep, but we got someone on the outside really pushing and looks like he's taking a slight lead. Who is that, Kurt? Can you tell?
Don't know, but they went side by side.
Came pretty darn close, too. But
yeah, that is not even close to a one-lane, one-boat passing, but we'll take a look as they come around. Makes me think potentially Southern California rider, not familiar with the IJSPA stuff. That's Brian Toline with a broken foot. Ahead of Steve Gerling, former world champion, Daniel Ortiz.
This is a tight race there as they're going around that split over there, Kurt.
Yeah, it looks like Sammy Wilson got that 916 boat running again. He is attacking the course. Who's up next? Up next, 900 novice stand to the line to 900 and 1100 intermediate stand combined.
Way to go,
and
Jody.
SCXP expert in sprint sit to staging, please.
Thank you, Jody and Will Dewar for already being there on the line. And
toe line to the outside. Gerling goes to the inside.
And the 121X boat of Daniel Ortega with Doug Wolf rounding out the top four.
I'll tell you what, Brian Toline, he was saying, Kurt, I can't put any weight on my foot. I'm putting all my weight over the front of the ski, and it's getting all squirrely on me. I guess the way he figured that he could keep it together is just get out front and have fresh water.
It seems to be working for him. He is doing a great job, really extending his lead out there as he's coming around that last buoy for that front stretch.
And look at this, you got former world champion Steve Gerling in second, and then a pack of about 3 riders behind him. So 4 riders vying for that second through 5th place position as Brian Toline is just checking out right now, Jill.
Yes, he is. And we've got Daniel Ortega taking that inside split, and he's hoping to make some headway there.
Yeah, Gerling making the outside work a little better than Ortega made the inside work. And actually, Ortega lost a little to Doug Wolf. Wolf was on fire in the outside, although, frankly, he looks a little bit tired by his body position, all the different classes he's racing today.
Yeah, Doug is really putting himself out there today with all the different races.
Sammy Wilson now joining the back of that group. So that's 1 out in front, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potential riders going for 2nd through 6th. White flag.
Tola, I am shocked with that, how well he's riding with a broken foot. You never would know that he was had any sort of injury with the way he's out riding today. Very impressive.
Summers got a battle going on with Wilson. Wilson goes so far over, he's dipping his shoulder in the water.
And
crazy, that kid's attacking the course.
We do have the white flag out for the last lap. So it looks like our wire-to-wire winner.
Whoa!
Wow.
Getting a little crazy out there.
Could be.
That's Jesse Wenzel that almost
Yes.
went sideways. Here comes your leaders, Jill, far right-hand side of the course.
I see them.
Who could that be?
That looks like it is Brian Toline.
Toline accelerating down the front straight, looks over, he'll get the win. Behind him, Gerling.
Followed by Daniel Ortega in the 3rd position and Doug Wolf 4th. And
Charlie Sims in 5th. Sammy Wilson in 6th. Greg Summers in 7th. Tomatsu Yamamoto in 8th. And how the fortunes change, you know, that's why it's racing. We've seen Tomatsu Yamamoto, Moto winner last night.
Doug Wolf and Daniel Ortega giving high fives to each other, and Doug actually taking a water sample because of it. All right, and we've got the, is that the 67 boat? 67 boat of Jesse Wenzel coming in, and race 4 is done. On the line, we have race 5, the 900 novice stand and the 1100.
We need some holders to the line, please.
Holders
to the line.
It's looking like we need at least 2. So if you have a chance and are willing to hold for us, we would greatly appreciate it.
All right, let's get some holders down here. 1, 2, 3. We can get 3 holders, that'd be great.
And while we're waiting for holders,
Here comes one. Thank you so much. That Doug Wolf, of course. Always willing to help out.
Coming in first for our first heat was Todd Valentino out of Bermuda Davis, California on the 95 boat. Jody Evans on the 28 out of Sparks, Nevada. Matt Rawlings also out of Sparks, Nevada on the 812. Todd the Sarge Young from San Diego on the 501 boat, who came in 4th for the last race. Will Bob Dewar from Concord on the 174. James Cossert on the 912 from Concord. And Chad Campbell on the 51 boat out of San Leandro. All right, to staging, please. We would like to see SCXP Expert and the Sprint Sit 1350 Runabout. You should be in staging. Second port down.
See Will Bob down there. Oh!
Oh, looks like. Who is that on the inside coming across?
Have you talked to the other guys? Okay, what do you consider Le Mans?
All right, coming around that last buoy for that front stretch with the number 1 position is the 812 boat of Happy, Matt Rollins, and then the 95, followed by the 174.
Talk to Ross. Talk to Ross.
All right, here comes the 700
That
boat.
looks like Matt Rawlings out in front. Jill, is that who it is?
That is who it is. Happy is happy. Got a close race for the top 5 as they're coming around. Happy still maintaining his lead with Todd Valentino on his
You got to
tail.
ride her down.
No, not yet. Okay, so we were supposed to have in staging who should now be making their way to the line is the SCXP Expert and the Sprint Sit 1350 Runabout. So McFarland, Wolf, Tanaka, Wilson, Alamillo, Ignacio Stelhorn, and Sontag should be on the line with our X2 Army novice in staging. Chad is stretching his back as he is making his way through the checker buoys.
What did you say, the general was scratching his back?
Yes.
So where are we at out here? Matt Rollins coming across the line. Is that in first?
Yes, he is in first, followed by Valentino.
Todd Valentino's had a great weekend up here.
He really has.
Hey, Will Bob. Future stars of tomorrow. Another star last night for Northern California, Jody Evans.
All right, we've got the 2-lap signal.
Wow, 3 abreast on the far right-hand side there.
Wow.
Somebody's got a
rider
mechanical.
down.
They're slowing down. Oh, Happy
that
going
was-
into the water. There's chaos going on out there. Look at that. We got 5 boats within 2 boys of the leader.
Wow, this is going to be quite a race as they're trying to stretch, getting that white flag out, making their run. And Todd Valentino taking the lead over Happy as he went down for a water sample. Happy now in second position, followed by Will Bob Dewar in third. And then the 10-4 boat of,
Stacy Brooks.
yes,
Look at this.
Jody
battle.
and Chad fighting
Jody
for that
Evans
last.
on.
All right, as the white flag is out, we've got another rider down. That looks like Cossert, Jeremy Cossert. James Cossert, sorry.
I'm wondering if he's got a mechanical issue because it seems like he's riding wide, letting people by. But here come our leaders, far right-hand side.
650 voted Don Wordy, and the checkered flag is out. Todd Valentino in our first spot, followed by Happy Rawlings and Will Bob Dua rounding out our top 3 today.
Stacy Brooks at the 10-4. I believe that's Stacy, isn't it? Don't have the list in front of me. Jody Evans.
It's actually Jeremiah Marino, borrowing.
Ah, makes sense. Jody Evans, I'll tell you what, her new sponsor.
Divas Bling?
Divas Bling, yes. I knew the bling part, it was Divas. I wanted to get correct. Really gorgeous. You can see it all the way around the track. I'm amazed at how much that stuff sparkles. I am thinking we're going to see a lot more of that in the future.
I think you're right. Hey, we need some holders. No, never mind. No holders. Kurt. Mav.
All right, we're going to do what's called a Le Mans start. Do we get confirmation? You just need holders? All right, we're going to do a Le Mans start. Meaning dead engine, jump on, put the cord in, press the button, and go.
All right, in this race for race 6 on the SCXP Expert, we've got Michael McFarlane from Elk Grove on the number 66 boat, Doug Wolf on the 808, and Akira Tanaka on the 470. We also have in the sprint set 1350, Bill Wilson on the 771, James Alamillo on the 222, Rick Ignacio on the 816, Robert Stahlhorn on Big Red, and Daniel Sontag on the 14.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing because I see seeing Michael McFarlane and Akira Tanaka up on the beach saying, "Hey, we're gonna do a Le Mans start, or don't we run down?" Well, we don't want anybody hurting themselves. You can stand at the back of the ski, jump on, and then go. Akira Tanaka wants to get a good run at it. Okay. Bill Wilson. Yeah, we're letting Bill sit on it. Daniel Sontag. Next to James Alamillo, Maverick, Rick Ignacio, and our very own
Since we have a SCXP and sprint at 1350 on the line.
So a little twist here. All of our riders going to stand at the back of the boats, jump on, connect their lanyard, hit the button, and drive away. And they are all going to be chasing Bill Wilson. Bill Wilson, you are going to be the rabbit for our Greyhound race. You hit that thing and go, buddy, because they're going to be chasing you down. I don't care how scared you are.
All right, in staging, can we have the X2 Army Novice? Gerling, Maurer, Wenzel, Summers, Holden, Ross, and Maurer.
John, it was requested by the racers.
So we still are going to have a staggered start. SCXP's first, and then the sprint sits.
Go. SCXP's taking off first. Akira Tanaka.
Oh, and this is a struggle. Oh, Doug Wolf completely getting JB as he's out of the start line. The 470 boat of Akira Tanaka and then Michael McFarland are our first two riders through the buoys, followed by Bill Wilson.
McFarland and Tanaka going at it. Akira Tanaka with a hole shot. Michael McFarland, both of the SCXP front runners out there right now. Where, oh where? There is Doug Wolf. Bill Wilson, James Aramillo going at it. Out in front, it's Tanaka, then McFarland.
What a battle we have going on for that first position.
Tanaka with the lead, going to the outside. McFarland going to the inside. McFarland attacking that inside course. Here comes Wilson. He's going outside.
Alamillo coming up next. All right, we should have race 7 on the line, X2 Army Novice. And then making their way to staging is the Fast Dan 1100 GP. Wow, Tanaka and McFarland just not giving up. McFarland is vying for that first position and as he's taking the inside split.
All right, back out on the water, out in front. It is still Akira Tanaka. Tanaka on fire out there. Here comes Michael McFarland. McFarland in a full-on attack mode, but I'll tell you what, Akira Tanaka out in front having a ball leading this race. And every time McFarland is trying that inside, I'm thinking it might be out in his best interest to try the outside. Wilson, Alamillo, and here comes Wolf. Doug Wolf has worked his way up. He wants to battle for that third spot. Daniel Sontag having a problem getting his boat going, but it's going now, and he's ripping it out there.
Robert Stelhorn, our very own Team Orange, out on Big Red as he's making his way through that inside split. Nice to see Robert taking a break from his duties and out having fun.
Absolutely. White flag. Last lap for Akira Tanaka and Michael McFarland. Tanaka spread it out. McFarland just can't keep up enough speed with that big hull through the inside. Wilson taking the outside. And Doug Wolf gonna try and follow him through.
Sontag and Alamillo coming out. and making his way down that stretch.
Here's Maverick, Rick Ignacio.
And Robert Stallhorn.
Tanaka, one more set of boys in a straightaway toward victory. Here he comes.
McFarland, oh, trying to gain ground, taking a really wide turn, so not able to catch up. So we've got Tanaka and McFarland in the first two positions.
That's 1-2 in the SCXP in the sprint. Here comes Wilson. And then Wolf, third in the SCXP, fourth overall. Sprint set, James Alamillo.
And the 14 boat of Daniel Sontag.
Well said. And Maverick and Robert Stallhorn continuing to battle on the far right-hand side. Here comes Maverick. Maverick got an issue.
Uh-oh.
Looking down on his boat.
Hitting it, saying,
he's
come
running out of
on,
fuel.
baby. And just able to make it cross. And Robert Stallhorn, good racing, gentlemen. All right, on the line, we should have our X2 Army novice. Steve Gerling, number 1. David Maurer, 71. Jesse Wenzel on the 151. AJ Summers on the 98.
Sterling Holden on the 99. Darren Ross on the 17X. And Trevor Maurer, unfortunately, had to scratch. Unless someone has a replacement borrow rental boat for him for the this final moto. Would be nice. Following that, fast stand, 1100 GP expert. Pete Zernick, Ian Roberts, Dylan Alexander, Jeremy Dixon, and Thomas Pagan. You should be in staging.
Fast stands in staging, fast stands in staging.
Akira Tanaka, Michael McFarland, good rides out there. All right, we're going to fire them up. This is the X2. X2 novice.
Thanks, Doug, for coming in, holding for Darren.
Hear the sound of triple cylinders out there going crazy. Who we got out in front, Jill?
You know, my eyesight's not so great right now, so we're going to have to wait because I can't see. On the line, we should have a 1100 GP expert. And then staging is 567 vintage. But it looks as they're coming across the front stretch that the 99 boat.
Sterling Holden, yeah.
Followed by the 98 boat of AJ Summers. The 71 of David Maurer. Got the yellow flag out as Darren Ross, that AJ Summers, no, sorry, Dave Maurer goes down for a minute.
Well, I tell you what, he went down, he bounced right back up. That thing was almost like it was a figment of our imagination.
You got Steve Gerling just crossing the line at 2. All right, once again, we should have the 1100 GP experts on the line. Zernick, Roberts, Alexander, Dixon, and Pagin. Sterling Holden still holding his lead, but it looks like AJ Summers is really giving him a run for his money and doing what he can to close that gap.
Well, I tell you what, Holden's got it going on, but AJ Summers going to the outside, and that might prove to be instrumental. Look at this. They're going to be side by side going to the far side of the corner. They are. Holden holds on, but here comes Summers on the outside. Oh, there's going to be a race-long battle, it looks like to me.
It does. There's like 2 boat distance in between the 2 of them.
What do you call it? A duel, huh?
A duel.
A fight to the finish. Right now, the young buck, Sterling Holden, out in front, but AJ Summers, the even younger buck, actually.
Yeah.
Ooh, I hear the sound of triple cylinder stand-ups coming to the line.
All right, Sterling Holden and AJ Summers. Holden taking the inside split this time around. Summers hoping to gain some ground on him as they go through. Looks like he did.
Boy, Summers doing everything he could to try and jump that pump wash and get into fresh water, because once they get on the straightaway, Holden is able to, in quotes, hold him off. Summers trying every alternative, Jill. Trying to go inside, outside, jumping the pump wash to Holden.
Just not able to make that happen for him.
Well, he keeps reeling him in, but as soon as he gets close, he gets in that pump wash and push back. It's just a matter of experience, knowing when to make that move where you got enough drive to carry you through the pump wash, hook up to solid water, and make the pass. White flag coming out. He's going to have one more lap to try and make a pass. And Holden in the lead.
He really is trying to do it. Look at him push that himself, taking the outside split this time. He was able to gain some ground last lap, so let's see if he can do it again. So close. Let's see if he can find a way to stay out of that backwash.
So he was able to stay out of the pump wash for about a quarter of the straightaway. Holden moved over. As soon as he did, AJ lost about 3 or 4 boat lengths. And we got 2 lap riders coming down. I don't think AJ's close enough unless Sterling makes an error. And as I say that,
he's dragging his leg going around that turn.
Yeah, well, he was dragging an elbow and a leg there. Looking a little unstable. Here they come. AJ, I think he's going to keep his speed up. It's not going to be enough, though. Holden with the win. Summers in second. Great job for both of these riders.
That looks like Darren Ross out there making that last turn.
Look at Ross's ski. He's got that dual exhaust with flappers in the back. Looks kind of cool. I want to take a better look at that in the pits. If he says that's okay, of course.
All right, Darren Ross running out our top 3. Coming in for that 4th position on the 151, we've got Jesse Wenzel.
Well, I tell you what, Jet Tribe Booth getting crazy right before she closes. Nicole making some deals. I can see it's packed up there.
All right, Dave Maurer coming in, followed by Steve Gerling, and that is race 7, ladies and gentlemen.
Race 8, 1100 GP expert. On the number 149 machine out of Sacramento. Friend to all. We should call him Mr. Pyrotechnic, Pete Zernick. On the 658 out of Sparks, Nevada, Ian Roberts. Out of Auburn on the 288, Dylan Alexander. On the 715 out of Rockland, Jeremy Dixon. And on the 152 out of Gardnerville, Nevada, Thomas Pageon. Boy, you could line them up from here to Reno to Gardnerville.
Yes.
Waiting for the horn. Ian Roberts up on the tray first. Dylan Alexander, I think, was first out of the shot. But Ian Roberts just jumped up in the tray, and as soon as he did it, the boat planed, and he was gone. Looks like Pete Zernick in second. Alexander in third. Jeremy Dixon in fourth.
Oh, Ryder down, but right back up.
Good. He's down, he's up, he's down, he's up.
All right, we got Ian Roberts in the first position.
Dylan Alexander with Pete Zernick in tow. Jeremy Dixon, he's got Thomas Pageon all over behind him. Wow. Ian Roberts making it happen out there right now.
Look at how much he has extended his lead out there. Ian just holding strong
Roberts
on that
pulling the
first.
trigger. Look at that thing go.
Making it look like no effort at all. Dylan Alexander doing what he can to catch up.
Here comes Zernick. So it's Roberts, Alexander, Zernick, Jeremy Dixon,
and Thomas Pageon.
and Thomas Pageon. Pageon on the quietest boat in the circuit right now.
Yeah, I would say so. All right, and we should have the 5, 6, 7 vintage class on the line right now. Perdonovich, Pierney, Dahlberg, Honges, Gerwin, Andrade, Blair, and Rawlings.
Last race of the day on the line. See, Colin Dahlberg wants to race. Jamie Pierney's all revved up and ready to go.
All right, Ian.
Halfway flags out for Ian Roberts.
Ian, Alexander, and Roberts extending their lead and the distance between all their boats as they're moving around the track. Jeremy Dixon pushing hard on that inside split.
So far right-hand side of the course, coming back towards us, your leader, Ian Roberts. Roberts throwing that boat over. Look at the body positioning of the top three. Almost identical. These guys are skilled. They're on incredibly fast machines. Watch as he makes the turn, hits the throttle. Look at that boat hunker down and just accelerate like crazy. Triple cylinder, 2 strokes, over 175 horsepower. These things are hitting and getting.
2 lap left signal out.
What it takes to
White flag out. Ian Roberts continues to lead. Dylan Alexander in second. Pete Zernick in third. All three of them taking the outside split. Look at the speed. It's like ballet out there with these guys.
It really
you
is.
could almost digitally pull one off one boat, put them on the other.
Yeah, you really can. All their riding styles, and it's amazing. They're all very similar to each other. You can see that as they're coming around, making the turns.
Yeah, to be honest, it's kind of flat water out here today, so not a lot of a challenge without a lot more boats on the water to start to get the wave action up. That being said, it is so much fun to see these things accelerate out the corners down the straightaway to the checkered flag, just like Ian Roberts and Dylan Alexander, followed by
Pete Zernick.
Pete Zernick.
All right, we've got Jeremy Dixon and Thomas Pageon making their way on that last few turns there. Dixon still out in front as Pageon is doing what he can to close that gap and follow behind.
Prodanovich throwing water on him, wishing he could have been out there. He had a mechanical. He had joined that class today. Unfortunately, not able to participate, but I'm sure that'll happen in the future. Checker flag is out.
All right, and so our last race of the day is on the line right now. It looks like we are just missing Happy. Matt Rawlings.
Final Moto. Sorry, Jill. Stood up and heard you were talking.
That's all right.
Need some holders?
Perfect. So Happy is here now.
Got it. Matt Rawlings. Welcome, sir. How was your nap? This is the 5, 6, 7. And Ross knows about giving a little break. Perfect. Our starter, Raul Gutierrez, says one more time, let's make it happen.
And they're off. We've got the number 2 boat in 77 battling it out for that whole shot.
550s, then 650s. What could be next?
And
701, 750s.
All right, as we've got all our racers out on the track right now. It looks like the number 2 boat of Michael Prodanovich holding that first position as he's coming around the last turn of this lap.
That's right, it's Yugo. Michael Prodanovich representing the country of Yugoslavia at World Championships for many years, hence the nickname.
All right, Mark
I
Hodges.
go, you go, we all go. For Yugo.
Yes, we all go racing. All right, here comes Happy making his way through the buoys. Battle out there on the 415 and 22 as Colin Dahlberg passes Matt Gerwin.
Dahlberg using that inside split, goes a little wide, trying to keep his speed up. He is in the 1-2, 4th position now. Pierney behind him. Pierney stretching his back out, standing up on that 701 Yamaha. And look at Dahlberg. Dahlberg just tearing up on that 650, trying to make a pass. He's getting in a pump wash. Jumps over, inside, outside. Colin Dahlberg trying to set up to make a safe pass. in this 5, 6, 7 class. Watch them as they come towards the final corner. Onto the front straightaway. Will Dahlberg be able to set it up? 550 versus 650. Dahlberg going wide, cutting in, but here comes Pierney. Pierney goes down and he goes back up. It's Rawlings, Dahlberg, and Pierney. Hey, that kind of sounds like a legal firm, doesn't it?
It really does.
Rawlings, Dahlberg, and Pierney. Would you go to them, Mandy? Would you go to a legal firm called Rawlings, Dahlberg, and Pierney? Attorneys at law?
All right, here comes the 22 boat of Matt Gerwin making his way through.
Berdanovich still leading.
All right, the 2-lap sign going up.
Berdanovich continuing to lead. Rawlings. There's Dahlberg.
Can you hear Happy coming through if you can't see him?
Pierney way on the back of the, oh, Dahlberg goes down, rolls it over. Pierney comes up, slows down. Make sure he's okay. Got a thumbs up from Colin real quick.
Colin back up.
Rider down on the far right-hand side. Your leader coming up to lap. Here comes Berdanovich. Well, I tell you what, this is a wire-to-wire race for Berdanovich. He is all by himself.
He is doing really well this weekend out here on the water. White flag out for Berdanovich.
One more lap for Hugo.
All right. Matt Gerwin having a hard time, but, you know, doing a great job pushing through, making his way around the track.
You know, Matt is just showing exactly what I look like on a 440.
Really?
Yeah. Well, plus 100 pounds on my part.
All right.
Here comes Pierney at speed this time. So he's out in front of Rawlings. Pierney trying to make a move, but boy, it's too late to catch Berdanovich. He's got a half a lap lead. Oh, little water sample.
All right, doing what he can to get up.
Austin Blair got to pull up his pants, press the button, and go, go, go.
And there he goes off. Fixing his goggles, it looks like. He's standing back up now. Had to kind of readjust himself out there. And your wire-to-wire winner, Michael
Berdanovich. Need to practice that.
Yes, we do.
Berdanovich doing a great job out there in the second moto. He won the first moto, but it was quite a battle. Ross Wallach, we appreciate your efforts down there on the horn. I said we appreciate your efforts on the horn. Yeah, we always do. Yeah. That's right. As usual, we can use all the help we can get. Our guys are going to pull in buoys at the end of the 5, 6, 7. Pierney made it through. Matt Rawlings on that red with white numbers, 550 doing the job.
Mark Honges and
Colin
Colin Dahlberg coming through. Austin Blair finishing out this race and finishing out the day. We are done, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, well, we're done with the racing. We're certainly not done. I want to put a big shout out to Ross Wallach, all of our Southern California racers that made the trip up. Every single one of you. We just really enjoyed having you come up here. Yes, we will come down to your neighborhood next year, but I'm hoping it's the start of a back and forth, back and forth. It would be great to see a couple of convoys of personal watercraft racers headed down south. A couple people put their stuff together so it make it a little more affordable to go down and to return, have Southern Californians come back up here. Really appreciated all the racing. I'll tell you, one of the people and companies we really do appreciate, they made it all happen, is Jet Tribe. Jet Tribe, Nicole, thank you so much. She hung out all day. People have been going by and getting some great deals over there. They sponsored RPM Racing's Best in the West Series. I know Ross appreciates that. We do as well. I know I'm speaking for Jim Lambert and the rest of the DJSA crew when we say the RPM staff, you guys are fantastic. We'd work with you anytime. And you know what? I don't want you guys going home thinking that, you know, that you were losers. You just weren't the first winners like Northern California was. Having said that,
yes,
if you want to do a live streaming event, go to livestreaming247.com. Check out Rick Ignacio's website. If you want to get around the world live, Rick Ignacio will make it happen for you with livestreaming247.com. Jill, any parting comments from you?
Well, we just have a couple of housekeeping things right now. If you can please make sure to clean up your pit area. We want to leave it as we found it, if not better. Make sure there's no garbage or anything on the beach, on the grass, or by your trailers. And if you have a chance, we would love and appreciate all of your help to come in and help out with the buoys as we deflate them. Ross is our perfect model right now as he's sitting on our buoys, deflating them, relaxing, soaking in the sunshine. So please come on over, help us out. We would greatly appreciate it, which means if you do that, then we get our awards done quicker. And y'all can go home faster. So thank you very much. We have enjoyed having you here. And see you next month.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, we want to give out a few more shout-outs for everybody that helped assist. Holt with all the lights, with the Tower of Power that goes up and down. It's a little scary right now. Yeah. They helped us so much, not just with the pricing, but Chris came out, Silvera, helped us set everything up. He's been breaking them down for us all day. I tell you what, Holt and Cat Rental, those guys have gone to the mat for us. Jet Tribe has done a great job for us as well.
And also a big thank you to our own staff. Scoring, Outlaw Cafe, Amanda, Tracy Cottle. It's been wonderful. Thank you very much for all the hard work and effort you put into it, as well as Team Orange.
Gotta do it. Gotta love it.
Peace out. See you guys next month at the Pittsburgh Seafood Festival.
Yep. And I'll tell you what, final opportunity for everybody. Go by. Do your shopping at the Jet Tribe.
Do your shopping at the Jet Tribe booth.
Trailer. Sorry about that. Go by, see Nicole at the Jet Tribe trailer before she finishes breaking down. She says, that's it. No more.
So,
but if you came over with $100 bill, I bet she'd throw some stuff at you as she's loading up. Do you need any help, Nicole? Yeah?
Nicole needs some help, too.
Anybody that's been befriended by Nicole this weekend, which is like everybody, if you could go over and give her a hand, please. She's got that big old rig she needs to load up. If we could have the normal group that comes down and helps us with the boys, please. Hardin Clan, thank you so much. Dahlbergs, we appreciate it. And that's it for us. Let's pack it up. Let's all be safe. I look forward to the next time we get to see each other. Jim Lambert, we're going to leave the announcing system up for just a little bit. I believe we have an award ceremony.
I think you're right, because Jim went home for some special treats, some special awards that I think we have now.
Oh, I went home. Yep.
All right, so if you can, sit tight for a few extra minutes after everything's put away.
Is this the 7th inning stretch? God bless America.
Are you telling us you don't like our voices?
Maybe next time.
I was hoping you guys would wave bye to the viewers. Peace out. This live stream is over.